Here is a nice challenge for you. Answer these 4 questions and I promise you will not gain weight again. Try writing down your answers to the following questions on your phone and see what you come up with. 1. Why do you want to lose weight? Just try to write down all the whys that you have. For example, because I have a wedding coming up and I need to fit in the dress or suit. Because I want to be more attractive. Because I don't like what I see in the mirror. Because I'm concerned about my health. And so on. It's okay to have a why, even if it changes later in the process. And now comes the interesting part. Question number 2. Why do you think you gain weight? Start with the easy answers, but write down at least 7. For example, this is the way I always was. This is the way my family always was. Try to write down every answer that you have. After finishing with the easy ones, try to find answers that involves you, at least 10. For example, because I have a chaotic work schedule that doesn't allow me to eat properly, because I don't have time to exercise, because I eat too much in the evenings, because I eat too much junk food, because I don't feel like exercising. Now, try to remember the moment when you start gaining weight and write it down. For example, some people will remember that it was when they were teenagers, around 16 years old, or some of us can't remember because they were overweight when they were like 7 years old. Others may recall that after they gave birth or around the age 30, and so on. Everyone has a moment in their life when they start gaining weight, and we need to look for it and understand it. That's why the next question you have to answer is, what happened around that period that made you change your behavior and start gaining weight? For example, you had a painful breakup that made you eat more in the evening, especially refined sugar, because you felt lonely and sad. Other people maybe focused so much on their career and promotion that they devoted every single second to achieving their goals, thinking that sacrificing their health was worth it. So they ate lots of snacks packed with refined sugars and also big meals in the evenings. Some people experienced a painful loss, and the grieving period was so long that the only thing that kept them going was refined sugar and bad fats. Others may live in a toxic relationship, which lead them to create eating disorder. You have to find that moment and understand what triggered your weight gain. I have seen this many times with my clients. They didn't understand why they gained weight and considered the weight loss process as a normal routine. After they achieved their goal of losing weight, 1 year later, they reverted back to the normal weight. Then the last question is, how did your schedule look like after the event that triggered your weight gain? Try to be honest with yourself, because if you are, you'll realize lots of things. Like, you had a routine that didn't involve any healthy habits, like for example exercising 10 minutes per day. And when I mean exercising 10 minutes per day, I'm not talking about I walked a lot today. What I mean is feeling the blood moving inside of your body, your muscles pumping and getting some redness in your cheeks. Maybe you didn't prioritize your health, because as long as you didn't get sick, you thought everything is okay and you are healthy. You didn't create a meal schedule and start cooking for yourself for various reasons. You found it very hard to create healthy habits and waited for someone to tell you what to do and when, and many other reasons. And the good part is that it's not your fault, because the idea of healthy habits usually comes from your family. If you were as unlucky as I was to not have parents orientated towards a healthy lifestyle and understanding the importance of building healthy habits, you will find it very hard to create them. But if you start with small steps, like creating a plan with healthy habits and try to achieve them step by step, you can transform your life 1000%. And then losing weight and becoming fit will be like peanuts compared to what you will achieve. Give it a try now. This is what it means to work on yourself, digging, finding and understanding the roots of gaining weight and updating your operating system. Please let me know in the comments what you think about this process.